It's vlog day 579, I think.
Good morning. It's Thursday, which means for you it is Friday, which makes today French Friday, except what I had planned for today didn't work out because the scheduling of life in general didn't work out. I guess I could look something else up. We'll figure that out as we go. I'm gonna go down, get some coffee, try to get a little bit of work done, but then I'm supposed to go, I feel like I've been so sluggish on the work. Like, I sit down and I've just not been as productive lately as I would like to be. Hopefully we change that today. Just trying to break out of that. But I also need to go by the French publisher who I did the voice acting for, like the kids book, the cat and mouse book. He wanted me to come by and chat today, so I'm gonna go there as well. And you know, I don't know what we're gonna talk about. He sounds like he wants to do something with video as well, so we'll discuss it. And I have no idea. But I need to have coffee first because otherwise I'm not gonna be like in the mood for waiting. So let's go.
Goose, 5 days, countdown.
Oh no, Gustav's getting the snip in 5 days. That's it'll be better for everybody.
It will be.
Yeah. I got like a bare minimum of stuff done there. Police! But at least I got something done. It's good to see Gustav. We'll go back there here in a minute. Now I gotta go see this publisher. I think he wanted to show me the cat and mouse, the finished product, and then was wanting to do something video. And it's hard when people want to do video projects with me. It's a lot of construction noise. We'll continue this discussion construction free. And then he texts me to let me know that he's not even at the office and wants to postpone the things that I would have loved to have known before getting on the train. All right, we'll just head back, just literally crossing over the line to get back, going the other direction. We'll go back to St. Paul, grab a Clark dog and get back to work for a while and then hopefully go see him in the afternoon. That's my whole story. And we're back to where we started from, and hungrier. Basically for the next 6 years until the Olympics, it's gonna be non-stop construction around here. Oh no, double fail. I'm so hungry. Guess I get a quiche, I don't know. That's amazing. Thank you, Becky. And go for a run. Having troubles with this new camera app. It keeps stopping recording when it's not supposed to. I already deleted all of like the half-second shots that I have of me rotating the camera around. Figured that since today was a French Friday, I would at least talk a little bit about what the residency thing means. I mentioned yesterday that I got a text, or 2 days ago, I got a text saying that my titre de séjour would be ready in 2 weeks, which is exciting. Hasn't really settled in yet. Everybody keeps asking. It does feel good when I allow myself to think about it, but I'm kind of waiting to have the thing physically in hand before I really settle into the idea that yes, it's all working out. But because legally, it sounds like I am now a permanent resident of France. We'll talk a little bit about the whole process of getting my visa and what that looked like, because it's a very, very heavily requested subject and one that I haven't really wanted to talk about until it was all over. So maybe I still won't until I have that card, but I will talk a little bit about what it means when I say residency and what all that looks like, if nothing else. No, I have so little energy. I'm gonna go for a run. because I need to go for a run, but oh man. As a recap, I flew out of the United States on February 28th, 2017, landed here March 1st, and, got started on my paperwork. I started trying to, do whatever I had to do to get my residency sorted, transition the visa into, I don't know how best to differentiate between the two. Basically, your visa is what gets you into the country and defines your period of residency, but then the card that you get, like your titre de séjour, is something completely different. So it's an actual physical card that is what you show when you cross borders, whatever else, that says, hey, look, it's kind of like a green card basically, even though I think it's gonna be pink. We'll see. The importance of it is that basically what I've been going through for the last year is that I've been legal, I've been here legally, I've been allowed to work, I've just been on temporary stays. They give you 3-month kind of probationary periods in which you're legal, and then you have to go renew that, and they review your case and kind of see where things are at. And with me, they kind of ran me through the ringer. As the immigration lawyer put it when I went to see her a few weeks ago, basically I'm one of the first people to actually have this visa, and so they didn't know what to do with me. And so I got sent to the wrong office to start, but they thought they were the right office and they were supposed to handle it, and then they ended up not being the ones, and they passed me off to another office months later. And so I just kind of got bounced around, and I got to be the guinea pig and suffer through the unpleasantness of all that. But in the process, what worked out well for me is that when I got started, I really don't think that I had as strong of a case. When I signed up for this visa, when I applied for the visa, I applied under the strength of my writing. And when I applied for a completely different visa. And really, they didn't make it clear that they wanted to see you earning money in France. They wanted to see that you were earning money elsewhere, or period. And they just wanted to know what the project was you were going to be doing here. At least that's how it was explained to me. And when I got here, they made it much clearer that no, you have to have partnerships here. You have to be making money here. Why should we allow you to be in France making and legal to make money in France when you don't need to be here to make money? Which is a fair enough point. So because I was here for longer, and as I told my story yesterday, and things were really rough, and I was just trying to figure out who the heck I was and what I was doing, it gave me a chance to earn some money and pay some taxes and to build up that behind me, as well as find a couple of jobs that were more directly related to the art side of things. But the first round of people that I talked to were very not into the idea of me doing multiple things. They're you should only be doing one thing. What is the one thing that you're doing? And as you probably have picked up, I am not the kind of person to just do one thing. I want to write books, I want to make videos, I enjoy the voice acting, I'd like to act more, but I want to do different things, whatever is interesting to me in the moment. I like creating. That's the main thing that I want to be doing. They're having a hard time understanding that. Finally, I got a lady who understood that, who appreciated the fact that I was making money in different ways, multiple different ways, and she was happy as long as I was making money. She was really, really nice. However, at the same time, when she looked at my YouTube channel, she was impressed because I had, close to, if not over 500,000 views by that point, which is crazy that it's already, even higher than that now. But she looked at that, she looked at a couple of my videos, she's like, okay, great. Had somebody looked that closely at my YouTube channel and everything else when I first got here a year ago, I only had 600 subscribers or something, which I don't have a ton now, but I have enough to make it look like, yeah, things are happening, which things are happening, things are really growing. But the time that passed between getting here and actually getting my carte de séjour, things have really gone on an upward swing, as we've discussed, in so many ways, and life is so much better, and I think I look much better to the French government now than I did when I first got here, if they would have taken a closer look at me when I first got here. So even though they'd already given me the visa, even though legally, I had every right to be here, under their scrutiny on this side of things, I don't think it would have gone quite as well had they, looked at me that much more closely. So that is good. And that's one of those things that I'm really lucky that it worked out the way that it did. Even if it's been a long and stressful process, and even though I've been worried, every time going in to see them, worried that they're gonna kick me out of the country at some point, which was a slim possibility. But I mean, when you've completely uprooted your life, you've set everything aside, you basically just uprooted and tried to move somewhere where you don't know if you belong yet or not. You don't know if you're going to be able to stay. Any of those little threats to the ability to stay become existential. They become really, really intense. They become mortal. They become these very mortal threats. And it's super stressful, especially if you don't have anything to go back to, if you don't really want to leave. This is where you want to be. It definitely cranks everything to 11 when it comes to the stress of immigrating, which we all go through when we come here. All the non-European expats go through that when they come here to some degree or another. It's easier for Canadians and Australians, but for we Americans, it's pretty brutal. It can be harder. There are definitely countries that have a much harder time of it. Don't get me wrong. And it's all relative, of course. But it's been a really long year. So getting that text message saying it'll be ready for you on the 27th, it's crazy. It's like one day before the day I left. It'll have been pretty much exactly a year that I've been in France to get my residency. And then I'm off to the races. So yeah. Anyways, that carte séjour is what will actually say when my residency expires, which I will need to apply to renew it 6 months before that expiration date. So it should give me 3.5 years of just not having to even think about it. But I am going to have to keep a very close record on all the business that I do in France, all the taxes that I pay in France. Be able to demonstrate to them when I go back in, hey, look, I've been productive. I've added a lot to both of our cultures. Don't you want me to stay around? And I really think that, I mean, if this is the beginning of hopefully big and crazy things to come, within 3 or 4 years, I should have some really cool stuff to show them. And I really hope to. So including like starting off like this Kickstarter that I'm hoping to run in the next week or two, get started. Keep your eyes open, it's kind of terrifying. But that kind of stuff, like opening that Kickstarter in France, running it in Paris, in euros, and then selling books while I'm here in France, under my French business license, like that kind of stuff, the more successful that is, the better my case for being able to stay, the better my case for citizenship. It all ties together. Like so much of my strategies about YouTube, writing, living here, all of it, it all just kind of comes together and I'm trying to maintain a focus. I wouldn't say laser focus, but I'm trying to maintain a focus that when I start saying no to things, when I tell people I don't want to be a part of certain things, or I don't want to be a part of certain projects, or I don't have the time for whatever, it's not even because this is where it's hard. And as we talked about yesterday with the money side of things, I feel kind of guilty when I turn jobs down because I've desperately needed money just so badly for so long. But now it's really not about the money specifically for me. It's more about, does this strategically factor into my bigger goals, the goals that are on the board, like becoming a dual citizen, succeeding at this YouTube thing that I'm doing, succeeding at the writing that I'm doing. And if that doesn't lead me like very clearly in that direction, if I can't see how that fits in a way, or if it doesn't give me at least a general sense that it will fit in, then that's kind of my like, I'm not really gonna do this. Unless it's something that's just really, really interesting and fun. It's weird. I'm just in a weird place in life. I don't know what to do with myself right now. I have plenty of work to be doing right now with other stuff, but like, I just don't know how. People keep asking, like I said earlier, I think people keep asking if, although I think that when I said it earlier, it never got recorded because I'm, like I said, struggling, but people keep asking like, how does it feel to have my residency? And at the end of the day, like I don't know what I feel. I don't feel numb, but I do feel like it hasn't hit me yet. I think it will hit me soon. And, I think it'll really hit me when I physically actually have the card in hand. But I just want to get on top of a couple of projects that I have right now. I want to get, like I said, this work that I need, that I'm grateful to have. I want to get as much of it done and out of the way so that I can really focus on this, on making the YouTube side of things that much better, more fun, more engaging, more travel, more time spent around Paris doing really interesting things. Just because I want to explore the city more. And then also figuring out like, what book do I write next? How do I proceed? And making sure that I don't let go of the momentum of like getting some good writing done. So that was quite the blip, but hopefully it all makes sense. I need, like I said a minute ago, probably now like 5 minutes ago in the video, who knows? I need to go for a run. I don't really feel like I have the energy for it. That don't matter, I gotta do it. 4 miles, just under a 9-minute pace, which is good. For those of you keeping track at home, for those of you who don't care, I feel better. I'm always happy to go for a run. I needed it. I had really good energy going into it. There was this woman that just blazed past me though at one point, and I was like, I gotta get faster. I'm really not getting that much faster. I'm consistently under 9 minutes now, with the exception of the last time I went running, and I want to get under 8. That is my goal. An 8-minute pace per mile, not 4 miles in 8 minutes, which some people seem to think is what I'm claiming. I'm not claiming that. I couldn't find anything green to put on top. I was looking for Why is it zoomed in now? Okay. I don't know if this app's gonna work or not. Oh, it's still zoomed in at 1.6. This new app. I tried to find chives, like green onions, to put on top of this. Couldn't find any anywhere. And a salad on the side would probably have been good too, but you know, one step at a time.